quiet, your prayers unanswered, your strength exhausted, and your tears unseen. You did everything right. You prayed, you believed, you waited, yet the doors still closed, the marriage still broke, the business still collapsed, the dreams still died. And now you're wondering, is this the end of my story? Listen carefully. If you're breathing, if you're listening to this, if your heart is still beating, God is not done with you. Being confident of this very thing, that he who has begun a good work in you will complete it. Philippians 1-6. This message is not noise. It is not coincidence. It is not random. It is heaven reminding you, your chapter is not over. Stay with me, because by the end of this story, your faith will rise again. Part 1. When God is silent but still working 15 minutes. There are seasons when God says nothing, not because he doesn't care, but because he's working deeper than words. The Bible is filled with people who thought God was done with them, but silence was never abandonment. Joseph, from pit to purpose. Joseph had a dream. God showed him greatness. But before the palace, there was a pit, betrayed by his brothers, sold as a slave, falsely accused, thrown into prison. Years passed, no prophecy, no angel, no explanation. Yet the Bible says, but the Lord was with Joseph. Genesis 39-21. God was silent, but not absent. What looked like delay was divine preparation. Joseph's story teaches us this. Delay does not mean denial. Part 2. WHEN faith is weak, but God is strong. 20 minutes. Sometimes faith doesn't disappear. It just gets tired. Abraham and Sarah. Hope beyond age. God promised Abraham a child. But years passed. Wrinkles came. Strength faded. Hope almost died. Yet the Bible says, against all hope, Abraham in hope believed. Romans 4:18. When faith looks foolish to people, it looks faithful to God. Sarah laughed, but God answered, is anything too hard for the Lord? Genesis 18:14. And Isaac was born. Your miracle may be late, but it will never be lost. Part 3. When business fails but purpose survives. 20 minutes. Loss does not mean uselessness. Job. From wealth to ashes. Job lost everything. His business, his children, his reputation. He sat in ashes, questioning, bleeding, broken. Yet he declared, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Job 13:15. And God responded, the Lord blessed the latter part of Job's life more than the former. Job 42-12. God restored twice as much. Your loss is not your last. When marriage is broken but love isn't dead. Hosea and Gomer. Redemption love. Gomer left. She cheated. She walked away. But God told Hosea, go again. Love a woman who is loved by a lover and is committing adultery. Hosea 3:1. This wasn't weakness. It was redemption. God restores marriages. He heals hearts. He rebuilds trust. What people abandon, God pursues. When you feel unqualified but God calls you. Moses, from stutter to leader. Moses said, who am I that I should go? Exodus 3:11. God replied, I will be with you. Exodus 3:12. God doesn't call the ready. He readies the call. When failure tries to define you. Peter, from denial to destiny. Peter denied Jesus 3 times, but Jesus restored him 3 times. Feed my sheep. John 21:17. Failure didn't cancel his calling. When everything dies but resurrection is coming. Lazarus, 4 days dead. Lazarus, come forth. John 11:43. Dead things still hear God. God is not done with you. Not with your faith. Not with your business. Not with your marriage. Not with your dream. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 32:5. Guided prayer of restoration, hope, faith, and surrender. If God restores you, he can restore you. He is not done with you. Amen.
Silence is often the last step before a breakthrough. Right before God moves, things often go quiet. Think about the Red Sea. Moses prayed. Israel cried. God was silent. And suddenly, and the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel, that they go forward. Ishtas 14:15. The silence was not delay. It was timing. God's quiet seasons are often countdowns, not cancellations. What to do when God is quiet 8:30 to 9:30? Stay obedient. If ye love me, keep my 10:15. Stay grateful. In everything give thanks. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. Stay faithful. Let us not be weary in well-doing. Galatians 6-9. Don't walk away just because it's quiet. That's usually when heaven is closest. If God is quiet right now, hear this. The Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. Psalm 138:8. He hasn't forgotten you. He hasn't abandoned you. He is working in silence. And when he speaks again, it will all make sense.